giving the rest of the toffee to my dentist.
Oh, God. Sorry about that.
That's fine. No, it was you were pranking. That's great. Thank you so much, John. We're gonna give it to the Buddha here today. Were you traveling again?
Yes, yeah. Back to the UK.
Oh, lovely. Yeah. Very good, very good. Oh, you can come in, Marcus. Thank you. Everybody here, they're okay? All right. Oh, handle check. All right. Oh, let me mention to you, Bjorn, we have a new cable that I installed between the computer and the screen, so maybe it will solve our flickering screen issue today. Let's see.
It doesn't flicker for us, so that's a you thing.
No, it is. It's a big flicker here. All right, here we go. Well, hello, everybody. It is finally officially cherry blossom season here. They're pretty much at full peak, and which is lovely because I have a family event to go to right after Zazen. My niece and her Swedish fiance are getting all dressed up in kimono and going to the castle in Tsuchiura, and we're going to take photos with all the sakura. So I have to dash out after today, but it's a lovely, lovely blue sky day. Our theme today is accepting and fixing, fixing, accepting, and fixing, accepting while you fix, and fix while you accept. That's our theme today. Shujin, thank you for being here. I know with all your teaching responsibilities that you had to make special time, but you worked hard for it. I really appreciate it. He's Eno today from, looks like your son's bedroom, I think.
Yes.
All right, if you've been here before, you know what to do, and if it's your first time, just follow along.
The heart of the perfection of great wisdom. Sutra. Avalokiteshvara Bodhisattva, awakened one of compassion, in Prajnaparamita, the deep practice of perfect wisdom, perceive the emptiness of all five conditions, and was free of suffering. Shariputra, form is no other than emptiness. Emptiness no other than form. Form is precisely emptiness. Emptiness precisely form. Sensations, perceptions, formations, and consciousness are also like this. O Shariputra, all things are expressions of emptiness, not born, not destroyed, not stained, not pure, neither waxing nor waning. This emptiness is not form, not sensation, nor perception, not formation, nor consciousness. No eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, no sight, sound, smell, taste, touch, nor object of mind, no realm of sight, no realm of consciousness, no ignorance, no end to ignorance, no old age and death, no cessation of old age and death, no suffering, nor cause or end to suffering, no path, no wisdom, and no gainless bodhisattvas live this prajnaparamita with no hindrance of mind, no hindrance, therefore no fear, far beyond all delusion. Nirvana is already here. All past, present, and future Buddhas live this prajnaparamita and realize supreme and complete enlightenment. Therefore know that Prajnaparamita is the sacred mantra, the luminous mantra, the supreme mantra, the incomparable mantra, by which all suffering is clear. This is no other than truth. Therefore set forth the Prajnaparamita mantra. Set forth this mantra and proclaim Gate, Gate, Paragate, Parasamgate, Bodhisvaha. Hanya Shingyo. Buddha nature pervades the whole universe, reality existing right here now. In reciting the heart of the perfection of great wisdom sutra, we dedicate our sincere efforts to Shakyamuni Buddha, Honored One, the historical Buddha and teacher, and to those ancestral teachers, Ehe Dogen, Honored One, Soji Keizan, Honored One, all successive Honored Ones up until Zuigako Renpu, Honored One, and Guru Wafu, Honored One, and to all other Honored Ones throughout history, same yet diverse Honored Ones, whose names have been forgotten or left unsaid. We also dedicate these efforts to the three treasures, Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, to all awakened ones and teachers in all places and times. We especially seek tranquility and well-being for all creatures now suffering or ill in health. May they be serene through all their ills. May their lives be at peace and wisdom pervade the darkness of ignorance. We dedicate our hopes and aspirations to victims of war and violence and natural events, to the injured and to all families touched by these tragedies, to the healing of hatred in all countries and among all peoples, to the wisdom and compassion of our world leaders, to the peace of the world and harmony of all beings. Thus let the harmful effects of words, thoughts, and actions be dispelled, and compassion bloom in perpetual spring. May we all realize and live the enlightened way together. All Buddhas throughout space and time. All Bodhisattvas, Mahasattvas, Maha Prajna Paramita.
Zazen. KINHIN. We will have Zazen and a little talk. Can you guys hear? If you can hear, make like you're fixing stuff. Give me a wave if you can hear. Okay, that's good. Yesterday, someone posted a question about their legs that were falling asleep and what they should do about it, how much they should tolerate it, bear with it in Zazen, and when to move. We get questions like that about, for example, people whose backs might start hurting, or sometimes there are mosquitoes that come. How much do you just put up with it? And when do you do something? Daimon gave a wonderful answer to the fellow yesterday that really resonates with one of the central themes here in Treeleaf Sangha and inspired today's talk. As a matter of fact, the first talk I ever gave back, I think it was 2007, was on this same theme. It's called Acceptance Without Acceptance. And one of the things that you guys have to accept is I keep babbling on about the same stuff week after week. But please accept that. The Japanese have a wonderful word for acceptance. It's gaman suru, which means kind of bear with it, put up with it. But in Zazen, when do we just bear with it? And when do we try to fix it? And when do we accept it? And when don't we accept things? Now, what I'm going to tell you, though, is not just about Zazen. It's actually a wonderful way to live all your life, everything, all your difficulties, and even real problems in life. And maybe it's even a way to fix the world with the same attitude, too. So it's big stuff, but we begin right here in Zazen. So here's what I recommend to you. Zazen is, I like to say, radical equanimity. We accept everything radically when we're sitting. There is truly nothing that's not complete. We sit with this attitude, even if we got to convince ourselves a little and kind of just go on trust sometimes, but we sit with the feeling that Zazen is a complete act. Zazen is the one thing to do. There's nothing else left undone in the universe while you're sitting Zazen. You sit with radical equanimity. All things are just what they are. This is the radical acceptance of Zazen. But then maybe your legs start hurting, or the mosquitoes come. Maybe something even more. When do you accept these things, and when don't you? And when do you try to fix them, and when don't you? Well, here's what I say. I can't tell you exactly when, but there is a point where you try to fix stuff. And there is a point where you just bear with it. But all through, please have radical acceptance. Let me give you an example. Let's say your legs do start hurting during Zazen. Do as you can to accept it for a while. When you fixate on it and obsess about it, you make it worse. You'd be surprised the power of mind over matter to accept with what you think we cannot accept with. I had a friend who was in a motorcycle accident, ended up in a wheelchair. He told me that it was rough, the transition during the first year, but he's kind of happier than he was before. Go figure that. He's not only accepted his situation, he's flourishing in it. Found a new meaning in life. We can accept much more than we know we can accept. And when you stop wallowing, fixating, sometimes the problem just becomes another object in the room, like the chair in the corner. It's there, maybe your pain, maybe your other difficulties, but somehow they're not as large. They're not right before your eyes, looming. They're just there. We have barn swallows that are bound to come into this zendo to try to make a nest. They come every year. I might let them fly around a bit today, around our heads, or I might try to shut the door. There does come a point when you should try to do something. If the mosquito comes, you might just let it. The Dalai Lama once said he just likes to let the mosquito take some blood if he's in a good, tolerant mood. And after the third request, he says, "Mosquito, please go away," in his heart. If the mosquito doesn't go, he swats it away. When is that point when you try to do something? I can't tell you. You have to know and make your own decision. If it's just a mosquito, you can accept it. If it's 100 mosquitoes or a rattlesnake, I advise you to take action. If it's just an aching leg and you can sit there and accept it, I would work with that practice, accepting in Zazen. Let the pain just be. But if it really becomes a lot, well, move your legs, change your posture. It's okay. But then don't go to the other extreme. Don't wallow. Don't fall into it. Don't change your posture every 10 seconds. Don't just fixate on it. Don't make it the center of your life. Don't become a prisoner of your situation. Fix it a little and let it go again. I once was sitting at Sojiji Head Temple at a session with both lay people and priests in this building that's about 150 years old, very unsturdy, with a huge, heavy roof over our heads, and big earthquake came. right in the middle of Zazen. I was the only foreigner there. I turned around to look. I was ready to head for the door, and I noticed I was the only one even moving, even as the roof is swaying over our heads. I decided to keep sitting there, and the earthquakes soon passed without incident. But afterwards, I asked one of the members, I said, "Did you feel that earthquake?" He said, "Oh, yes, we felt it." I said, "Well, why didn't anyone move?" And he said, "We were all ready to die in Zazen." I said, "Oh, you guys are strong." They had so much acceptance, they were willing to die in Zazen. If the roof came down, the roof came down. Well, I tell you, maybe I appreciate that too, but a little more shaking, I would have been out that door with a zafu on top of my head. I tell you that. There's a point where you try to do something and a point when you accept. If in the middle of Zazen the house catches on fire, please put the fire out and then resume Zazen on the ashes of your house. Okay? If you're having a heart attack, call the ambulance. Do Zazen in the ambulance as they're taking you to the hospital. There does come a point when you take action. I cannot tell you exactly what that is. In all your problems in life. But here's the difference from Zazen and your normal way. What I'm saying is this. Accept more than you think you can accept. Really accept things. The mosquito, the problems in your life, the situations in this world, accept them. But when you can fix them, lightly fix them. Lightly fix them. And when you can't, when you get those problems that you cannot fix, then go back to true radical acceptance again. The doctor says you have 5 hours to live. Well, live them with radical acceptance. That's what I say to you. But here's the thing, too. This is the weird part. People think that you can either accept you can either accept or not accept. Zen people, we're different. We can accept and accept radically, and we can accept even as we don't accept very much at all. Huh? We can accept and not accept at once? How does that work? It's as if your heart has two chambers. One is filled with radical acceptance of all things, and the other one does not accept things, and you work to fix them. There are problems in this world, let's say global warming. There are problems in your life, let's say relatives or work situations or family situations that are causing you difficulties. You don't accept that. You don't accept that your son is in trouble. You don't accept that this world is in trouble. You do what you can to fix it. You may succeed, you may not, but you do what you can to fix it. However, all through, accept two. Accept what you accept and accept what you don't accept. Now, I'm not saying accept your non-acceptance. I'm saying truly accept the situation, accept the conditions, accept what life is handing you, even as in the other part of your heart, you do not, and work to fix it. Another friend in rehabilitation, after a stroke, told me that he is fighting to get his legs back, fighting to learn to walk again, because he really needs a little anger in his heart to get him up every day into rehab. It's painful. Get up there, learn to walk again. And part of him is angry about this, and he's fighting. He's going to beat this. And the other part of him is completely at peace and doesn't resist at all and doesn't demand any change. Part of him is fighting and is demanding change, and part of him is not fighting and not demanding a darn thing. This is the wisdom of Zen practice. All at once. So I'm coining a new word today. I used to say acceptance without acceptance, but here it is. Fixceptance. There's a time when we just do acceptance. There's a time when we have this acceptance and non-acceptance at once, and do our best to accept it. Now let us please sit Zazen in radical acceptance. Let's sit. And Marcos, you can move your legs when you need. It's okay. We will now recite the verse of atonement and the 4 vows.
All harmful acts, words, and thoughts ever committed by me since of old, on account of beginningless greed, anger, and ignorance, born of my body, mouth, and mind, now I atone for them all. To save all sentient beings, though beings numberless, to transform all delusions, though delusions inexhaustible, to perceive reality, though reality is boundless, to attain the enlightened way, a way not attainable, to save all sentient beings, though beings numberless, to transform all delusions, though delusions inexhaustible, to perceive reality, though reality is boundless, to attain the enlightened way, a way non-attainable, to save all sentient beings, though beings numberless, to transform all delusions, though delusions inexhaustible, to perceive reality, though reality is boundless, to attain the enlightened way, a way not attainable.
Well, lovely, lovely. And speaking of fixing, looks like I fixed our computer screen here in Scuba. Worked great today. And please, your homework assignment this week. You get homework here at Treeleaf Zendo. Practice your fixceptance a few times this week. Fixcepting life. And I have to accept now that I have to run. They're waiting with the wedding photos for me to get there. Yeah, they're holding up the photographer for me, so I got to run. So I won't be at tea today, but maybe Bjorn, if some people want to drop by, maybe you can, if Bjorn's hanging out, you can stop by for a week. And yes, very good. And I'll see the rest of you later. Okay? Peace to you all. See you guys.